How a high value feminine woman defines her relationship status. Hello, my name is Chengi. I am your dating and relationship expert, CEO and founder of the Black Swan Relationship Academy, course creator and general sister, friend or auntie, all things relationships. If you want to know about men, how to win in the game of love, then honey, you are on the right channel. And of course, if you want to work on building your femininity and just allowing yourself to be the most high value woman walking in your personal planet, then of course, this is the channel for you. If you're new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Now, ladies, I cannot guarantee you that this is going to be a short video. No. But I will guarantee you the following, that what I'm about to share with you is really very, very important for you to know, to learn, and to master within your own sphere of understanding within relationships. The time has come for us to have some of these frank and honest conversations. The reality of it is, ladies, I was at an event and I was speaking at an event, and I said to the ladies in the crowd, who here is can you please put up your hand if you are single? I really just wanted to get a ratio of the people that I was talking to, and at the time maybe 5 or 6 women in that. It was a kind of smaller group. Everybody had sort of been sent off to groups, and I said, I'd love to know if you were single. And there were all these ladies, and I think one lady put her hand up, kind of ashamedly. So of course I started to speak, and I went over to one of the ladies that had not put her hand up, and I said, so how long have you been married? And then she said, oh, I'm not married. I said, well, when I asked you if you were single, you didn't put your hand up. I assumed you were married. So no, here's my boyfriend, but I'm not married. And to be fair, at the time I didn't want to humiliate or embarrass her, but in reality, I realized that this is a big, huge, massive problem with women in the dating and relationship world. We have fallen into the girlfriend trap. Okay. We have fallen into the girlfriend trap, and that is a trap that in days gone by, in our parents' time, it was probably a trap that they could definitely get out of, because of course society and culture and the way things were set up, you couldn't sustain an eternal girlfriend. But we have lowered our standards so much as women that we actually believe that to have the title girlfriend, or to continue to be an exclusive sexual partner for a man, even though he's being exclusive with us, is in some way some level of commitment. Now listen, it is a commitment of sorts. It's definitely a better commitment than just a situationship or some casual hookup. It's definitely a little bit better because at least there is some sort of contract that has been signed. And I don't have a problem with the exclusivity and monogamy contract. In fact, I encourage my clients to have one of those. But please be rest assured that exclusivity and monogamy contracts are not a marriage. They do not make you not single. You are as single as the girl without a man, okay? I put a post up on my Instagram, and it was just in a little bit of fun, but it really began to trigger this conversation that needed to be had on this channel for you, because it was just, a picture of this is me when I was single, and then, the woman, then, after a while, this lady kisses her teeth and she's like, I'm still single, what are you looking at? And I thought it was really funny, and I kind of put it up at the time because I thought it was so funny. But in reality, whether you have been dating somebody for 10 years or an exclusive relationship for 10 years, you are single. You are single. You are single, my darling. If he hasn't put a ring on your finger, you are single. If you are engaged, you are single with pending not being single, but you are single. Because at any point, he or you can walk away with 0 repercussions. If you're a baby mama, baby, you are single mother. Okay, why am I drilling this into you? Why am I drilling this idea into you? Because some of us are sitting here smug as a rug, as a bug in a rug, like super smug, thinking we have a man, but you don't. You do not have a committed relationship. There's only one committed relationship, and that is the relationship called marriage, because that relationship is held together by a lot of legalities. That relationship has a lot of repercussions when it breaks. That relationship is founded on witnesses. It is a solid relationship that has consequences at a point of breaking it. And if you want to know if that's true or not, speak to anybody who's been through a divorce. You can't just walk into a court of law and say, I don't love him anymore. You have to have grounds of divorce. He has every right to contest that divorce. He can drag it out for years. You can milk each other's finances, because it is actually a solid contract. Whether you do it within the court of law or whether you do it traditionally, your families come together, they exchange gifts, pronouncements are made, and now not only are these two people, if you're married traditionally, like in some parts of the world, in many parts of the world, it's not something one can just extract themselves from because they don't feel this anymore. Many of us are sitting in these non-committed relationships and we are giving out wife privileges. We are moving in and setting up home and giving him the feminine love and support, watching videos and showing up in a million different ways, and expecting that somehow we are not single. Baby, you are single, and a high value woman understands that she's single. Now, am I judging? No, I'm not judging. If you want to move in with your man and that is a progression that works for you, I want you to do that if it serves you, but do it knowing that you are single. Do it knowing that any woman anywhere in the world has every right to present herself to your man and be chosen. I want you to do it knowing that at any point he has every right to leave this relationship and without recourse. I want you to understand that as long as you don't have a ring around your finger, it is open season, darling. Okay? You are relying on the morality of other women who are going to think, oh, he's got a girlfriend, so I don't want to really deal with a guy with a girlfriend. You are really, that's what you're depending on. So, Chengi, what do? Number one, raise your awareness and be truthful about what you deserve. Understand that as long as there's no ring on your finger, you are free to date other people. Just make sure it's within the agreement. You know, one of my coaches said to me, Chengi, I don't believe in girlfriend. And I sort of had a giggle. And then she said, because the truth of the matter is, why am I eliminating all of my options for a guy who's not made any real commitment, who may never make any real commitment? So I will stop being a single woman when I have a ring on my finger. And I was like, well done to you. Now, this is very difficult for us to hear. But if you want to cut off all of your options for a guy who hasn't put a ring on your finger, that's fine. My advice to you is put a time limit on that, sweetie, honey. Put a time limit on that. It is perfectly acceptable for a man to say hello and for you to get married a year later. Why don't you give it a timeline? If you want it to be forever, if you never want to be married, that's perfectly fine. You will perfectly be single for the rest of your life. That's perfectly fine. It's important that we know this so that we can set about high value contracts. It's important that when a man asks you to be exclusive and to give up all your other possibilities and options for happiness, love, family with other men, that he understands that this is for a limited time only. You know, it's a limited time offer. I am prepared to explore exclusivity and monogamy with you for 6 months, 3 months, 1 year. And if I see that it is not going anywhere near, and I'm only prepared to explore that possibility with the knowledge that you and I are in agreement that we're working towards something more intense, like marriage, like that is our journey, that's our trajectory. If we don't make it because we just couldn't do it, you're off the hook, I'm off the hook. But I don't want to be out here with any man giving me the girlfriend status while he actually keeps himself open to every other possibility. Ladies, because I am tired of hearing women calling me and being in these long-winded relationships only to find out that he's actually engaged to somebody else and is getting married next week, whilst you were sitting there entertaining being his girlfriend. It's not okay for the high-value feminine woman to be sitting around desiring marriage, children, and a family and not be clear with her suitor who is asking her to give up the possibility. Sweetheart, when you agree exclusivity and monogamy with a gentleman, you are eliminating all other possibilities and probabilities of you having the relationship that you crave and deserve. You are saying, I am shutting down every other opportunity for me to find a husband, to be found by a husband, to have children, to have a family, or for me to have lasting love. And I am staking all of my hope in this present union. Are you prepared to do that endlessly with no time frame? You're just gonna let that flow indefinitely. It's time for us as women to understand that it is our birthright to be clear about what we want, and it is a man's birthright to be clear about what he wants. If he wants to shag around, if he just wants to have a permanent girlfriend for life, that is his right. But we cannot sit there smug like a bug in a rug thinking, I am not single. Poor single women out there who just haven't found a man. I found a man. I have a boyfriend. Honey. No. You are single as the girl on the street. That's what you are. And ideally, in a perfect world, the best contract you want to make with a man is, listen, I'll be exclusive with you sexually. I'll be exclusive with you, in terms of giving you top priority when it comes to my time, but I would like to keep my options open for somebody who may end up actually giving me an offer that I cannot refuse. That is the most high value. But you have to be able to understand your own emotional mastery. But the reality of sitting around and hoping that this man is gonna one day magically see how amazing you are and all that he's doing is just getting used to the benefits. If you're the kind of girl who really doesn't care much for marriage, you're not really out here trying to be married to anybody, you just want to have a good time, go do that. Okay? You don't need a girlfriend title to do that. You can just have fun. Okay? If you have the girlfriend title, I would suggest that you have a conversation with yourself about how long you're prepared to maintain that. You don't necessarily have to communicate it to him, but you definitely need to have a time frame that you are prepared to invest solely, exclusively and monogamously into a man. And you need to have a set of things that you need to see and KPIs, if you like. Is he performance indicators? Is he showing up for you? Is he being a great guy? Is he faithful? Is he loyal? Is he committed? Are you seeing those hallmarks, or are you just sitting around in a relationship that is breadcrumbing you, in a relationship that's just keeping you over there wearing the girlfriend badge, hoping that if I stick around here long enough, he's going to show up as the man that I crave or deserve? It's a very, very important conversation for us to have. And if you are not sure, if you're unclear about how to navigate that space, I would like for you to book a call with one of my coaches or myself, and let's have the conversation, because you do not want to get stuck in girlfriend zone. It is just a holding bay for many men who just want to keep their options open. And I don't want you to be a victim, and I don't want to be on the other side of the phone hearing about the many years that are wasted, especially if a family and marriage is something that you see as a priority. I thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next one. But in the meantime, take care of you. Love you lots. Bye-bye.